Good morning and welcome. The graduates, Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, join me in welcoming you this morning as we celebrate the graduating class of 2019. Graduates, as a collective group, you are strong, independent-minded, and intelligent. You are opinionated, and you stand up for what you believe in. I've always admired and loved the spunk and personality that you have, as individuals and as a group. And I encourage each of you to continue finding your own individual voices and using them for the good of others. You're open-hearted individuals living in a world that often looks down at goodness and kindness, and you have the ability to change that one heart at a time. You are citizens of this world, and you have the power to lift human spirit and make our world a better place. In fact, you are more powerful than you know, and I hope you will use that power to affect change and benefit of others. Your character will be tested in high school. It's not easy to stand up for what's right when others don't. As a group, I've seen you band together for what you believe in, and now you will be tested to do that on your own. I am not worried. You're ready. In fact, if ever there was a group of 8th graders that I knew would be successful, it is you. Last February, I had the privilege of hearing Viola Davis speak at the National Association of Independent School Conference. Viola Davis is an amazing woman who grew up in abject poverty. The deck was stacked against her, and statistically speaking, she should never have escaped the poverty from which she came. She said that acting and writing scripts was her way as a child of escaping her environment. She and her sister made up stories that transformed their rat-infested apartment that had no electricity into a lovely home and a life that she could only imagine. She knew that she needed to escape her surroundings, and the only thing that she could see herself doing was acting. Well, she is the first Black actor to have won an Academy Award, an Emmy Award, and a Tony Award, the Triple Crown of acting. And she said that she achieved this by believing that she could live a life bigger than herself. I thought a lot about that statement and reflected on it, and compared it to my own existence. I am sure I was born to be a teacher. I got sidetracked along my career path and tried some other things, but I listened to my heart, and I found that I get my energy, fulfillment, and joy from being with students in the classroom. I'm one of those people who actually loves what they do and enjoys going to work every single day. The perfect place to try new things. And in doing so, I hope you will find what you love to do. Something you love so much that you cannot imagine your life without it. If you think about it, you can fail at what you don't want to be doing, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love. You're limited only by the limits you set for yourself. And in my mind, there are no excuses for choosing a life that doesn't make you happy. Each of you has so much potential. You leave Brown Academy with a strong academic foundation and a strong sense of justice. I hope you will always choose to be your best self, to always share your heart with others, even when your heart gets broken, to focus on the blessings rather than the things that you don't have. And finally, I hope you will live a life of gratitude and not entitlement. Class of 2019, my loving support and the loving support of all of your teachers goes with you as you leave our school today. Come back often and keep us updated on all of the wonderful things you're doing. We love you dearly. You are and always will Sylvia Brown and Kathy Bruin, and we will always welcome you home with open arms.
Each year we invite an alumni speaker back to Brown Academy to speak to our graduates. This year we invite Melvin Dortch to the stage to speak to our graduates. He's a Brown Academy class of 2015, a recent graduate of Gonzaga College High, and he will attend the Ohio State University with full scholarship and direct admission to the Fisher College of Business there. Please welcome
to Ms. Odie, Ms. Prochaski, parents, teachers, and distinguished guests and graduates. Good morning. Thank you for inviting me to speak to you today. My name is Lauren Dortch Jr., and I am a proud graduate of Brown's class of 2015. For me, whenever I return to Brown, it feels like I'm coming home. Although I'm not a lifer, I entered Brown in second grade with Ms. Legge as my teacher. Dressing up for Colonial Day, eating cupcakes on the 100th day of school, reading Harry Potter books in aftercare, and winning a basketball championship are fond memories of mine. I remember the fun we had making the monkey bars into basketball hoops, and the pride we felt when we finally made it to middle school and could finally use the basketball court. 8th grade memories, such as competing in League of People, performing in High School Musical, winning field day on the red team, and our class trip to Boston are forever etched in my mind. After Brown, I attended Gonzaga College High School in Washington, D.C., where earlier this week I graduated with honors. My journey through Gonzaga, from freshman year to honors graduate, challenged me to try new experiences, conquer my fears, to develop myself into a true man for others. Looking back, I remember being overwhelmed with all the new faces, many hours of homework, and the daily 4-mile practice run for cross country. After being at Brown with my close friends for 7 years, it took me time to adjust outside of my comfortable environment. I am thankful for the education I received here from wonderful teachers like Ms. Cheney, who taught me to find fun in problem solving and encouraged me to not give up, even when pushed past my comfort zone. Not only did this prepare me to excel in math, this also gave me the ability to keep trying to discover myself. I entered Gonzaga with a passion for sports. However, instead of sports, the area I discovered that captured my interest is community service. My volunteer experience serving lunch and preparing meals at the McKenna Center, a center for homeless men on Gonzaga's campus, introduced me to the opportunity to make a difference in someone else's life. I have learned to listen to and respect the stories of the homeless in Washington, D.C. by riding with campus ministry on McKinney's wagon to feed those living on the streets. As a tutor for elementary students at Kimball Elementary School in Southeast D.C., I appreciate even more the amazing education I received here at Brown Academy. You should never take it for granted. In August, I am headed to the Ohio State University in the Business Scholar Program, where I plan to major in accounting and minor in business analytics. As a recipient of the university's Morrell Scholarship, which afforded me full tuition and fees, I will continue serving the community by actively engaging in diversity-based leadership, service, and social justice activities. My parting words of wisdom to all my fellow Bruins. Take your Bruin pride with you to high school, and you will not regret it. What do I mean by Bruin pride? P stands for perseverance. Whether it's a hard test, or trying out for a sports team, you will experience disappointment, but Bruins always persevere. R stands for respect. Bruins treat all with kindness, dignity, and respect. I stands for individualism. Be yourself. Bruins know that it's all right to be different from the crowd. D stands for donuts. When times get stressful, it always helps to have donuts. Bruins always bring the Krispy Kremes. E stands for example. You do not have to be the captain of the team or the president of the class. Make good choices. Bruins always lead by example. Your Brown Academy education and community has provided you with each of these elements of Bruin pride. You just have to remember to carry them with you. Although you graduate from Brown today, I believe that a part of the school will always stay within your heart. I know it has with me. Congratulations to the class of 2019. I wish you all the best of luck, and go live your best lives in high school.
Yeah. Sage advice from an alum. Thank you, that was great. It's great to have you back. Students who have been at Brown since preschool are affectionately known as lifers. The following members of the class of 2019 are lifers. Please stand when I call your name. Lana Davis. We've loved having you for your entire academic experience.
I'm going to try not to cry. Hello, my name is Logan Schweitzer, and I'm a lifer here. At Brown Academy. I meet some of my best friends here and relationships I hope will last a lifetime. Brown has been a great place for me to grow and develop. Since Brown is such a small school, it has provided me with a great sense of community within my class and the whole school. I would like to thank my mom for all you've done for me. You have been my biggest supporter and cheerleader, coming to all my performances and plays, no matter how small the role, and watching all of my dancing at home. I know for sure you will definitely miss that next year. I truly appreciate all you do for me. Next, I would like to thank my dad for your hard work and for being able to provide this education for me that will continue in high school. You've taught me to desire to be successful in life and develop a strong work ethic. Brayden, I'm so happy that our relationship has grown tremendously over the most recent years. You are hilarious, and we always have the best friends together. I'm glad our schools will be closer next year. I would also like to thank my great uncle for allowing me to have this education throughout most of my time here. Two moms other than my moms who have always been there for me are Miss Lucy and Miss Julie. Thank you both so much for all you've done. I would like to thank my best friends here, Victoria, Olivia, Lynn, and Karen. Thank you guys for keeping me sane and making me laugh every single day here. I could not survive without you all. I love you so much, and my life would not be as amazing as it is without my wonderful family and friends. Some teachers I would like to thank are Miss Manfield and Miss Johnson for making 4th grade my favorite year here. Miss Rosen and Miss Janet for being the best preschool teachers. Miss Logan for turning history, my least favorite subject, into my favorite subject this year. Miss Cheney for making math class the funniest class all year with the Crankers and Gabe. Mr. Post, even though you aren't here, thank you for leading the girls basketball team to 2 championships. And finally, as promised, a shout out to Miss Lamb for letting all the girls sleep together in the main area during non-campus. This is a bittersweet moment. Although I'm sad to go, I feel prepared and I'm ready for this change. I wish you all the best of luck next year. Keep in touch. Thank you for listening.
Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Sophie Atkinson, and I'm a member of the graduating class of 2019. I've been here since kindergarten. In fact, I've been here for so long that I can't believe I'm leaving. Every year when another 8th grade group graduates and we would leave for summer break, I'm used to knowing that I'll go back to Brown in September. But not this time. Now we're that group that's graduating. I really miss my lovers from days, from snack time, morning meetings, to our cubbies. I'm sure that once I leave, however, I'll miss my middle school years as well. This year really went by in a flash, even though at times it really didn't feel like it. Maybe as I'm standing up here, the fact of it finally sink in. Brown has really made me who I am right now. I remember how I used to be part of a squirrel bakery, where we'd skin acorns, leave them out in the sun to bake. It's quite a shock that I'll no longer be attending the school where these memories happen. I'm also excited for some change. I've been thinking about what makes Brown so different from other schools, and I think our relationships with our teachers might just be it. I'd like to thank all the Brown staff, from past years to now. Even though many of them have already left, I have some memorable moments with each of them. They have all been so helpful, and I can't believe I'm actually saying goodbye now. I'd also like to thank my parents and my grandma for picking me up and driving me to school, and for bringing me things when I forget them. Thanks to my friends and classmates as well, for being there for me and for all the memories here. I'll miss seeing you guys and can keep in touch. Best of luck to all of you. I hope you all have a good summer.
Hello all. I'm talking to you on my last day at Brown. Not only am I a lifer, being here for 11 years, but this is also my family's last day, being here for 18 years. My family and I have had an amazing experience since 2001, and I'd like to share with you some of my experiences as I depart this extraordinary community that has always supported me. Brown has basically been my second home. There are also many thank yous that I'd like to give to everyone that has helped me through this journey. First off, my parents for sending me and my siblings to this wonderful school, and for supporting me whenever I needed it. Thank you to Mama, who always drove me to school and picked me up with a smile on her face, and for bringing me motivation whenever I needed it. Thank you to Baba for always making me laugh and for always staying positive. I'd also like to thank my older siblings for helping me and constantly telling me that I absolutely cannot complain about schoolwork because it always gets harder, and they wish they had the work that I had. I never complained again. Big shout out to the rest of my family that came here to celebrate with us. I'd also like to thank Jeanette for always being here to help me bring me up when I'm down and for taking me to Brown whenever I needed it. I would also like to thank some teachers that made my experience a lot better than I could have imagined. In the preschool, thank you to Miss Rosen and Miss Janet for setting up the experiences that I have now. In lower school, I would like to thank Miss Johnson for always bringing a smile to my face and for making 4th grade my favorite year ever at Brown. In the middle school, I'd like to thank Miss Canavo, Miss Carter, and Miss Logan for putting a lot of time into their classes and making history super fun. Thank you to Ms. Gerber for always smiling and putting up with me in English. Thank you to Ms. Cheney for always staying positive and putting so much time and energy into this school. Special thanks to Ms. Manning and Ms. Cheney for teaching all of my siblings. Finally, thank you so much to Mr. Post for always making everything you were involved in a fun experience, and for always comparing me to my brothers. I have to channel my inner nieces and Fozy. Lastly, I would like to thank all my friends. You guys have always been there through everything. I want to especially thank all the guys in the group. I've gone a lot closer with a bunch of you, and I'll keep some of the memories that we created together for the rest of my life. Looking back at Brown on my last day, I am very thankful. Thankful to Brown for preparing me for high school and beyond. Thank you to my friends for making this experience the best one possible. For the past 18 years, Brown has given my family more than we could have asked for, and we can never thank you enough. Goodbye, Brown Academy. We will miss you.
Hello all. My name is Lana Davis and I've been at Brown Academy for 11 years. My family has been coming to Brown for 22 years. It has been a fun, long, and crazy journey, and I feel ready and excited to move on to the next 4 years at Bishop Arts High School. Brown has taught me many academic and life skills that I'm ready to take with me to high school. Brown has helped me mature into the young, independent woman I am today, and has prepared me academically for high school. I feel prepared for the workload, ready to play competitive sports, and excited to make new friends. I want to thank a few people who supported me through Brown Academy. First, I'd like to thank my family. To my parents, thank you for giving me the opportunity to attend Brown. I am beyond grateful. I love you guys so much, and I always will. Mama, thanks for dropping us off for 22 years at Brown Academy. I'm sure you're going to miss Telegraph forever. Claudia, Bozy, Tafa, and Alma, I love you guys so much. You're the best and most hilarious siblings I could ask for. I'd also like to give a shout out to the other family members in the crowd. Tafa, Fozy, Yusuf, Baz, and Antalila. I love you guys so much, and thank you for coming. I really wish my other 29 first cousins were able to join. To my friends, I would like to thank everyone in my grade for making this an unforgettable experience, but more specifically, my closest friends, Logan, Victoria, and Karen. Thanks for making me laugh to tears every day. I wish I could talk about all the memories we had, but we'd be sitting here for hours. I would like to thank a few teachers for making my experience special. Miss Gerber, thank you for teaching us the thing I hate the most, grammar, and doing so with a smile all the time. Miss Cheney, thanks for teaching me so much this year. I'll miss you and I can't wait to bring the things you taught me to high school. I'm especially sorry that you have to deal with the crankers in class, Victoria, Loden, and me. I know you'll always miss us cranking out math on it though. Miss Logan, thanks for making history fun, and I'm happy that I can understand CNN. I know you're going to miss seeing your favorite student, but I'll definitely see you around at Giant, and I'm trying to buy bananas for the house. Mr. Post, thank you for being the most fun coach. I'm definitely going to miss playing sports for your teams, and thanks for leading us to 2 championship wins in a row. I'm definitely going to miss you screaming, "Come here," every time we have to huddle. Miss Johnson, thank you for making my 4th grade year the best and most memorable experience. And for the rest of the teachers, thank you for all that you do. I'm excited for the next chapter of my life. With that being said, I wish the class of 2019 the best.
Hello, my name is Dante Clevenger, or my friends call me Daunt. I started Brown Academy 2 years ago. When I was first at Brown in 7th grade, I was welcomed by a wonderful community. Even though I was a new student, the community made me feel like I had been there my whole life. Mountain campus in 7th grade was when I really connected with all my classmates. We had a lot of fun backpacking and camping in the woods together. This year, Mountain Campus, we got to go caving and canoeing. We wrapped up the year with the Boston trip 3 weeks ago. And we got to go around Boston kayaking, playing laser tag, going to Dave & Buster's, and seeing many historical sites. It was a time that I will never forget. Thank you to all of my teachers who have taught me more than I could have ever dreamed of in the past 2 years. Thank you to all my classmates who have welcomed me like no one has welcomed me and made me feel like I've known them since preschool. Lastly, I want to thank my family for letting me attend this wonderful school. I hope that the next students at Brown and the students after that will have the same awesome experience that me and my fellow 8th graders have had. I'm so lucky that I had the opportunity to go here for 2 years and so sad about to leave. At the same time, I'm wonderful to go to a wonderful high school that Brown has prepared me for. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Keynote and I've been at Brown for 3 years, but it's felt like I've been here for many more because of the close relationships that Brown and the classmates created for me. The bonds we share in this class are so close, that we do, in fact, consider ourselves as like a family. And that's one thing I would love to experience on my high school time at home. At Brown, I've done many things. One thing I would like to focus on was how timid I was when I first came here. I learned how to escape the shy bubble I was in at the start of 6th grade, and although I'm still a little shy, my fear of meeting new people has shocked tremendously. I don't hesitate to put myself out there anymore. In addition, I will also remember all the fun times I had at Brown with my peers. For example, the Boston trip, where we went to historic sites, but also enjoyed ourselves in our free time. We played laser tag, attempted to make s'mores with a coffee lid, and just spent quality time with each other. I would like to thank some important people in my life. First, I would like to thank all my great friends, like Sophie and Zoe. You guys rock. I've had a great time these past years, and getting to know you guys, and that's working our friendship to this day. I hope tremendously that I will find friends just like you at Cadden Hall. Thank you so much for sharing loud skies, whatever it might be, keeping me close. I would like to thank my grandma for doing all that she can for me from a young age, for driving me to all the places I need to be, helping me with essays I'm writing, or just being supportive. I thank you for that, and I want you to know that I appreciate everything you've done. I'd like to thank my father next. The fun times we spent together, and the encouragement you rained down on me, make me feel strong and courageous. Also, I would like to thank the coaching. Without him, I definitely wouldn't be here today. Thank you for the time to thank you for taking the time to make me the best I can be. Lastly, I would like to thank all my 8th grade teachers for creating an environment where my thinking is challenged, and thus helping me attain skills I can later use in high school. Thank you all for working so hard, not only for me, but for the rest of my classmates in middle school. Now that my journey at Brown has come to an end, I send great wishes to the rest of my classmates and hope they will succeed wherever their paths may take them.
Hello, my name is Belinda Daniels. I have been at Brown for 4 years. Brown Academy was really like a family to me. Our community might be small, but it has lots of love. Brown has taught me many things. I have realized that Brown gave me confidence. I feel like teachers here have prepared me for huge presentations. If I went back to my 5th grade self, I would have been really shy and nervous during the presentation. Now I feel like I can go in front of an audience and just be myself. Moving on to high school will be a challenge, but Brown has given me lots of things to take with me as I go. Brown has changed me from a shy, nervous girl to a confident lady. I would really like to give a huge thanks to my teacher, 5th grade through 8th. All of you guys have taught me so much, although I still have lots to learn. I would also like to thank our staff. They really have done so much work to make my years at Brown the best. Miss Cheney, Miss Hughes, you have helped me so much this year, and I can never thank you enough. I would also like to thank the students in my grade. They have been there since day one, and they have really pushed me to be my best. And I just want to thank them for always making me laugh every day and just being there for me. I would also like to give a special thanks to my parents. They have really supported me as a student and a daughter. Thank you, Dad, for all the late nights of preparing me for tests and quizzes. And thank you, Mom, for being supportive in every step I take. All I can say is that Brown is just a really good school. Again, I feel so prepared for high school. I would like to thank again all my teachers and staff for making my years Brown special. You guys have really given me hope to follow my dreams in education and basketball. I would like to wish good luck to all these kids sitting behind me. And to make sure that you guys know that you are the best, and thank you guys for making my years at Brown special too. Thank you.
Good morning.
As many of you know, I'm known to Daniels. I've been at Brown Academy for 4 short years. I was welcomed warmly as a Bruin, and I will miss the strong sense of community that I found here. Brown, I'm sure, has prepared me for many aspects of high school, academically and socially. In this new chapter in my life, I will embody Brown's 4 core values while taking in the values my high school has to offer. I will also take many fond memories from my Brown Academy experience. I remember at the first lunch being welcomed to sit at a table by Anna Davis, and I sat there to eat lunch for the following 2 years. Another memory I have is going to the creek during many of these ordinances advisories or during an engaging assignment. And of course, I haven't forgotten all the memories created by winning 2 championships with Mr. Post and the girls' basketball team. These memories and many more I will keep close to heart. I would like to thank my family for making it possible for me to be here and for making it possible for me to contribute and to gain so much from Brown Academy, especially my father and my caretakers and my mother. I would also like to thank all of the faculty and staff members. I've had the pleasure of learning and making memories with all of you and because of all of you. A special thanks to you, Ms. Cheney, for all the early Wednesdays working through math, and Ms. Hughes for guiding us through a tough capstone project. I would also like to send the best wishes to the class of 2019. Thank you for creating great friendships, jokes, and memories with me. I wish you all success in the next chapter of your lives. I also hope you remember that no matter where we go, we will always be Bruins. Thank you.
Welcome, family members. Students and guests. My name is Melanie Dimitri, and today is a bittersweet day for me. As I am taking my next step in education and in life, but I'm leaving my nest for a cabin where I have grown up, met friends, very valuable lessons, and developed as a person. I began my journey here at Brown 11 years ago when I was 3 years old, and today that journey is sadly coming to an end. But with the closing of one door, another opens. A new journey begins. I have benefited from profoundly from the safe, welcoming, and nurturing environment of Brown, and for this, it will always have a special place in my heart. In my many experiences at Brown, I have embraced the core values and learned countless lessons needed for high school and beyond. For example, how to ace an interview, study effectively, write a research paper, give a presentation, and how learning and growing happens not only in the classroom, but beyond. As I graduate, I look back on my adventures and experiences, the memories I have made, as well as the special bonds that were created. I would like to thank all of the teachers that have brought me to this point. It takes a very big heart to teach growing minds. And each teacher I've had here at Brown has always been caring, supportive towards students, and invested in their success. I will remember Miss Janet, a preschool blue teacher, who always greets me with a big smile and a tender hug. And a phrase she greets all of her students with, "My baby!" As well as Ms. Johnson, the 4th grade teacher, who does the same. Ms. Brandt, for helping me strengthen my vocals and improve my performances. Ms. Marosha, for all of your hard work regarding each of the productions I have participated in. Mrs. Gerber, who no matter the circumstance, maintains a smile on her face and generally finds a way to make grammar enjoyable, which is a pretty difficult task. Miss Jeannie, who always kept her door open if I needed help. Miss Gerber, for leading the 8th grade to the Weevil People State Competition. Señora Maya, muchas gracias para enseñarme la idioma español y también para ayudarme con cualquier cosa. I would also like to thank my friends. My favorite training were very special. I will never forget you, any of you. Lastly, I would like to thank my family for being my biggest supporters, for sending me to Brown so we could grow and blossom, and for pushing me to be the best person I can possibly be. I wish all of my friends, teachers, and family members all of the best in the years to come. To my fellow classmates, let's remember the time we had together and share some memories and learning together as well. I wish each and every one of you the best in high school and beyond. This morning marks the beginning of my time at St. John's College High School. I look forward to attending St. John's. I will strive to be the best person I can be and live Brown's core values: excellence, diversity, character, and community. It is my pride and honor to be a graduate of Brown Academy. Thank you.
My name is Victoria Ebron, and I have been attending Brown for 11 years. Brown is a place where I have made many friends that I hope to keep now that their time has come to an end. Brown has been a place where I have made a lot of memories with my friends. I will never forget when in 4th grade, Miss Johnson and Miss Banfield let us act like them, and Lynn and I pretended to put on lipstick like Miss Banfield would. We all laughed so hard we couldn't breathe. Or in 6th grade, when Lana, Faisal, and I flipped our boats over while canoeing, and then we were slipping on all of the rocks as we tried to get back into the boat. Another memory I have is when Sarah and I had to make a cake for Spanish class. We didn't really know what we were doing, but it ended up not being too bad. I have so many memories, but the last one I'm going to share was pretty recent, when on the way back from Boston, the teachers made funny awards for us when we were on the trip, and then we made ones for the teachers. It made everyone laugh and was a good way to pass by a long bus ride. I would like to thank my family. You've helped me through a lot the whole time I was at Brown. You have always supported me, whether it was academics, athletics, or anything else in my life. I would also like to especially thank my brother James for attending Brown first and putting a target on my back. Next, I would like to thank all of the teachers that taught me while I was at Brown. You guys have helped me learn a lot, and I really appreciate it. Specifically, I would like to thank Miss Manning for teaching me in 1st and then again in 5th grade, even though I know it's difficult. This is her last year at Brown, and I know she will be missed. Next, I would like to thank Mr. Post for not only making PE class fun, but for coaching us to be regular season and tournament champions 2 years in a row. I would call winning 4 banners a success. Lastly, I would like to thank the class of 2019 and all my friends. We had a fun class and were very close. We made a lot of memories that will always be funny to us. Thank you. And to the class of 2019, good luck in high school.
Hello, my name is Martin Forbes. I've been at Brown Academy for 11 years, from the start of preschool yellow to the end of 8th grade. Brown Brown has given me the best experience of my life. This school has taught me everything and given me so many positive memories. Brown Academy has meant so much to me because it's been my second home for basically all of my life. Brown has taught me everything from letters and numbers to sportsmanship to the world wars, algebra, and music. Brown has given me the chance to get a great education through all of the teachers while also becoming a better person by following the 4 core values. The core values are definitely things I will take with me as I go into high school. I would like to thank my parents for sending me to Brown every day and choosing Brown over every other school. A very special thank you to Miss Logan, Miss Cheney, Mr. Poyak, Mr. Coast, Mrs. Manning, Miss Johnson, Miss Rosen, Miss Lyon, and Miss Katie. It would be impossible to thank all the people that helped me along the way, so I might skip 1 or 2, but that doesn't mean that they were any less part of the journey. I would also like to especially thank my family for pushing me through school and encouraging me when I didn't want to get out of bed. I believe that this class of 2019 can do absolutely anything we put our minds to. And I wish you all the best of luck.
Hello, my name is Karen Gardner, and I have attended Brown for 4 years. This year has flown by quickly, and I can't believe we are on our way to high school. Leaving my friends is hard, but I'm glad I am able to branch out knowing that Brown has prepared me to do great things. Brown has given me so many opportunities and experiences. I have gotten to say hello to Joe Biden in the U.S. Capitol and visit Boston with all my friends. Brown has also taught me many lessons, including how to write a persuasive essay during a test, but also how to maintain important friendships. I've learned so many things, and I hope to take these experiences and knowledge with me as I move on to Flinthill. I would like to give a few thank yous. First, I would like to give all honor to God for blessing me with a supportive family and friends. Thank you, Ms. Ornos and Ms. Meyer, for making Spanish enjoyable and fun, and Ms. Manning for ensuring I felt comfortable at Brown when I first arrived in the 5th grade. Thank you to Mr. Post for encouraging me in PE, even if I wasn't actually the MVP, and to Mr. Powell and Mr. March for expanding my love for science. Thank you to Mrs. Gerber for helping me develop as a writer and always having a smile on her face, and to Ms. Cheney for making math fun and teaching me that it's okay to make mistakes. Thank you, Ms. Logan, for making history interactive and interesting, even though it wasn't my favorite subject. Thank you, Uncle Brennan, for coming to all my school functions and encouraging me to succeed. Thank you, Pastor Wesley and my church family for praying over me and being here today to support me. Thank you to the Shorts for treating me as your own and looking out for my family and me. A special thank you to my mom for sacrificing everything for me. My name is Judy, my mom and my dad, my best friend. You were there for me all my ups and downs. Thank you for being a powerful role model in my life. I want to thank you for all the sacrifices you made for me throughout these years. Whether you brought my lunch I left at home, took me all the way home, even though you had to turn around and do other things, or volunteer at the school, you were really there for me. I love you both very much. Thank you to my classmates for constantly making me laugh and making my Brown experience fun and enjoyable. Thank you for all the good times we've had over the years. To the class of 2019, I wish you the best of luck in the future, and I already know you can do great things. I will miss you all very much. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Anastasia Warren, and I've been at Brown for 9 years.
During my time at Brown, I made many friends and become part of a wonderful community. To me, Brown has been a community and a home away from home. I will always remember the friends I made and the community I was part of at Brown. During my years at Brown, I have learned how to apply the 4 core values to my daily life. I have also learned many skills that I will take with me to high school. I feel very confident that I will be successful in high school because of the skills that I have been taught from every one of my Brown Academy teachers. I would like to thank all my teachers who have taught me over the years. I would like to thank Ms. Cheney for being a great advisor and a math teacher, Ms. Gerber for being a great English teacher and putting up with our antics in 6th and 8th grade. I would like to thank Ms. Logan for putting up with everyone's antics throughout the year, and Mr. March for coming in for 1 year and preparing me for 9th grade physics. Finally, I would like to thank Mr. Koya for teaching me French for 5 years. I would also like to give a big thank you to my family for giving me the opportunity to attend such a great school. Even though I am moving on from Brown, I will always hold on to the memories I made at Brown. I wish the best for the class of 2019.
My name is Lloyd Irvin, and I have been attending Brown for 9 years. Brown has inspired me a number of skills to look forward to using in my high school years. I have learned hard work, organization, and most importantly, confidence. Something that can build Brown on the most is having me and allowing me to be so close with my friends. I never thought that I would be able to become so close with almost everybody. I feel comfortable with everybody in my class, and it's something that I'm really fortunate to have.
I want to take this time to thank all my teachers. I'm going to be completely honest. I walked up to Ms. Gerber at the beginning of the year and said, I know nothing about grammar, and at the end of the year, you can definitely see my improvement. Thank you, Ms. Logan, for helping me become my history. You have strengthened my love for history, and I've become a lot better with it. Thank you, Ms. Cheney, for going to make a math class something that I never really liked, extremely fun. And thank you, Mr. Post. Well, not really, because he did all of my PE games since kindergarten. I am fully aware that I'm making you a very valuable group of kids, and I appreciate all of you for keeping up with that. Though my journey has come to an end, I'm ready to open this new chapter in my life. Good luck to all my classmates, and hope you all go to accomplish great things. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sarah Kalo, and I've been a Brown Academy Bruin for 11 years now. Many of the people up here on this stage with me are friends that I've had since we were 3 years old. To me, Brown has always been my second home, and although sometimes I don't quite look forward to going to school after a fun weekend, I still show up and always have a fun day full of surprises. During my time at Brown, I have participated in sports and clubs, but to me, the most important things were the memories. Over the years, I have made memories. Over the years, I have made many memories at Brown that I couldn't have made anywhere else. Ages 6 to 14 are the years where a person is most influenced, and I've spent all of those years at Brown. I'm happy with the person I am today, and I would not be the same if I had gone to another school. When I move on to the next chapter of my life, high school, I will bring many academic skills with me. I will also bring the life skills that I have learned here. I have learned kindness, empathy, and many other life lessons that Brown really helped me to understand. I would like to give a
special thanks to Miss Rosen and Miss Lyon for putting up with me in preschool when I was a chatterbox and gave myself a perfect haircut. I would like to thank Miss Johnson for being an amazing fourth grade teacher and letting the whole class roast you on the last day of school. Thank you, Mr. Poyak, for being such a fun sixth grade advisor and allowing us to play volleyball over the tables in your room. Thank you, Ms. Gerber, for being a fantastic 6th and 8th grade English teacher. I'm very confident in my writing ability and all of the credit goes to you. Thanks, Ms. Logan, for teaching me so much about history and making me love the subject. I used to absolutely hate history, but you really allowed me to warm up to it. You were also an absolutely amazing youth people coach, and you were always helpful in my 4 years of student council. Thank you, Mr. Cheney, for teaching me so much about math and making it one of my favorite subjects. Thank you for Mr. Post for making gym class super fun every other day and coaching me in soccer and basketball. You almost always found the time to put me in a game, even if I wasn't the best player. Thank you to my parents for helping me with assignments and getting me through the school year and driving me every single day. Thank you to my brother Richard for always being there and helping me study before tests. Thank you to Victoria, Olivia, Karen, Loden, Melinda, and Lana for always being great friends. I have enjoyed every minute of my time at Brown, and I feel as if Brown has really prepared me for high school. I wish everybody up here on this stage is being the best in high school, and I will miss Eddie, but everybody here, and I hope we can stay in touch. Good luck.
Hello, I'm Andrew Lazardo. Hello, I'm Andrew Lazarski. I've been at Brown for 9 years. I arrived at Brown as an excited 4-year-old ready to make new friends and eager to learn. I leave Brown a little bit older, hopefully wiser, and part of a wonderful community, and I'm still eager and ready to learn. During my time at Brown, I had lots of fun times with my great group of friends. School dances, Cub Scouts, fencing, mountain campus, and most recently the 8th grade trip to Boston, where we all shared great times. Brown encouraged me to love learning, to work hard, and to be a strong member of the team. I will carry this with me in St. Stephen's St. Agnes School and beyond. I feel Brown is preparing me well for the future and for what lies ahead. I offer my sincere thanks and appreciation to all my teachers from kindergarten through 8th grade, who pushed me and inspired me to be the student I am today. To my friends, who I'll always remember our great times together. My experience at Brown would not have been as fun and entertaining without all of you. I hope we stay in touch. Finally, thank you for my family, by encouraging me and pushing me to do my best at all times. Brown has been a wonderful experience. I'll miss you all that made it so special and helped me prepare for my next adventure. Best of wishes to the class of 2019.
My name is Michael Two, and I've been at Brown since 3-year-old preschool for a total of 11 years. Over my years at Brown, I have learned so much and formed so many friendships that I hope to keep through my years of high school. Through my years at Brown, I have learned not to doubt myself or give up because there will always be teachers there to help me. And when I go off to high school, I will be taking with me all the things that I have learned over my years at Brown. I will never forget the memories that I have made here, from Brown Health class with Mr. Post, or 8th grade mountain campus, or all the other great memories I made during my years. I would like to thank all my teachers who have helped me throughout my years at Brown to grow as a person and who would help me to understand a topic I didn't know. I would like to thank Mr. Post and Mr. for letting me be the not-so-secret room bear.
This is a bittersweet moment because for a long time I've been looking forward to graduating and going on to high school and how great it would be. But now that I'm actually graduating and leaving Brown, I'm sad because I'm never going to go to the same school where I'm going to be with all my friends again. And to quote a wise man, Michael Scott from The Office, that's why I hate bittersweet chocolate. What's the point of that? Why not just sweet? But my time here has been pretty sweet, so I wish all my classmates the best of luck. And yeah.
Hi, my name is Timothy Liss and I have been at Brown for 12 years. Throughout this time I have grown and become who I am at my home away from home. Brown has helped me develop as a person over the last 12 years. I sometimes think to myself what it would be like if I had never gotten to Brown, and I realize that it really has shaped who I am. The experiences I have had, the things I have learned, and the friends I have had have all made me into the person I am today. Whether it was mounting campus with Mr. Post or my room on the Boston trip, I will never forget those experiences. I will take everything I have learned and all of my experiences with me to Gonzaga, where I hope to continue to grow as a person. Thank you to all the teachers that have been with me throughout the years, whether it was my preschool teachers like Miss Janet or Miss Rosen, my teachers throughout the lower school such as Miss Johnson, or any of the teachers I have had throughout middle school. Thank you to all the teachers I've ever had over the years that have shaped me into the person I am. Thank you to all my friends in the class of 2019 that have been by my side for years. Thank you, and finally, thank you to my family for supporting me throughout my time at Brown. Thank you for listening to my speech. I wish everyone the best in my class.
My name is Zoe North. I joined Brown in kindergarten, so I've been here for 9 years. I've made many close friends that I will remember forever. Brown has meant a lot to me. A close community meant the most, though. Brown is like a second home for me, and I've learned a lot, like public speaking skills, how to make friends, and how to self-advocate. When I leave for high school, I hope to take my fond memories with me. I really had a great time at Brown, and it would be nice to remember when I'm in school. I'd like to thank all the teachers at Brown Academy, my friends, and my family. All the teachers here are amazing, and I hope the teachers I have done match the ones here. I'd like to thank my close friends as well for sticking with me through the years. So thank you, Kayla, Sophie, Melanie, and Tasneem, for being with me. I don't know what I'd do without you. I'd also like to thank my family for supporting me and helping me keep my grades up when I needed help on homework or studying. I'm going to miss you all while I've already done it, even though it's just 5 days. I wish the best for the class of 2019. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tessin Selman. I have attended Brown Academy for a mere 3 years. A wise man once said, keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing new things, because we're curious and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. This wise man was Walt Disney, a man famous for having an overactive imagination and dreams to aspire to create and be something impossible for his time. I believe that anyone can become a Walt Disney. All of us can sail to unknown lands and go beyond our comfort zone. We let ourselves do so. I believe curiosity doesn't kill the cat, but instead curiosity, like Disney said, leads us down the paths. Brown has helped me to discover my own academic curiosity. While at Brown, I have learned countless lessons that will be carried with me to high school. When I first came to Brown in 6th grade, I was like a scared puppy. I was terrified and unbearably shy. Now, in the 8th grade, I can conclusively say that over the years, the teachers and people at Brown found a way to build my overall confidence. The teachers here not only prepare you for high school, but they also prepare you to be a good person. Because of Brown, my plans for high school are endless. Things I never thought of doing 3 years ago, such as campaigning for office, becoming team captain, and being an editor for the newspaper are all things that are now possible for me in high school. What makes up Brown are teachers and staff members who all care about each student's success. They make up an inclusive community that is Brown. Through my tenure, every teacher has been supportive of my endeavors in the classroom, but there are a couple There are a couple that stick out in my mind. They supported me in every way possible, such as in the high school process or in an algebraic problem I couldn't crack. These teachers are the embodiment of what Brown stands for. Character, community, excellence, and diversity, and more. These teachers truly love each and every one of us and have been our cheerleaders since day one. I would like to thank Miss Logan, Miss Gerber, Miss Sheen, Miss Hughes, and although he isn't teaching here anymore, Mr. Matthew Cottle. He fueled my love for science and I still have, and for that I'm eternally grateful. Miss Sheen, I would like to thank you from the top, middle, and bottom of my heart for being the most passionate, loving, and amazing teacher there is. You gave me a love for math, so thank you. Each of these teachers prepared me extremely well for the next chapter in my life, which is high school. But all this wouldn't be possible without my parents. Not only did they pay the tuition, they supported me outside of school, whether it was my dad helping me with my math homework, or my mom listening to my rants about my day. I love them both, and I am very lucky to have them in my life. I believe that every one of us is going to do great things in the future. I hope that high school serves us well, no matter how excited or nervous you feel about it. I know some of you have strong ties to Brown, some of you have been here for over a decade. But trust in yourself and know that as scared as you may feel to leave a unique sense of familiarity, you're ready to move on. I wish the best for my class of 2019, and I wish the best for all the teachers here at Brown who may be staying or moving on. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Olivia Short, and I have been at Brown for 11 years. Brown has taught me many things. Brown is also where I have met some of my closest friends, and it's now hard to let them go. But it's a new time for a new chapter in my life. There are many memories for me to share with you, but we would be here for a while. One memory is in preschool when we had singing and dancing tryouts. In lower school, I remember doing the talent show with Sarah, Loden, and Victoria for 3 years. I remember now onto middle school. It was a big change. One of my favorite moments was this year when the slam let all the girls sleep in the hallway on our last night out on campus. I wish I could tell you all my stories, but I want to take a minute for some thank yous. I'd first like to thank my parents for sending me to Brown, because without you, I wouldn't be here. You guys are amazing parents. Thank you for putting all your energy into my education. I would also like to thank the Schweitzer family because you guys treated me like one of your own. Thank you for keeping me when my parents were out of town or when we went to concerts or I just wanted to hang out with Loden. I am going to miss you guys. I would also like to thank the Kaylas, Grants, and Eburn family because you always made me feel like I was one of your children. Thank you for always helping me out. I would also like to thank Ms. Gerber, Ms. Logan, Ms. Main, and Ms. Banfield, Ms. Johnson, Ms. Parker, Mr. March, Ms. Janet, Ms. Deb, and Ms. Cheney. Thank you all. Thank you all. You guys are amazing teachers. You taught me a lot. I would also like to thank Mr. Post for being such a fun PE teacher and helping us win 2 basketball championships. I'd also like to thank the boys in my grade for making me laugh every day. I want to thank the twins for being such good friends and for teaching me how to play basketball. I'm really going to miss you guys. Thank you, Sarah, for being one of my closest friends since preschool. We've had our ups and downs, but we're so much closer now. Loden, I'm going to miss you. I can't believe that we're now giving our speeches. I remember when we were just talking about them in 4th grade. Look at us now, I remember when you're a crazy person and a bad dancer. Thank you so much. You're like a sister to me and we are so close. I'm gonna miss being crazy with you and staying up late at sleepovers. Karen, thank you for being so close to me over the past 4 years. We have had so many memories. You are such an amazing friend and very fun to hang out with. I am going to make sure that I drive up as often as I can to visit you. Victoria and Lana, I hope you guys have the best time at BI. I'm going to make you guys, I'm going to miss you guys. You guys make me laugh so hard, and I'm going to miss your crazy selves. I hope everyone has an amazing time in high school, and I wish the best of luck to everyone in class of 2019.
My name is Matthew Trimble, and I've been at Brown Academy for 6 years. Brown has provided the perfect platform for me to grow and prosper as a student as well as a person. This time has been the best experience of my life because the entire team of educators has worked to help me evolve into a student who is eager and able to tackle any situation in the high school environment. I have gained the confidence to advocate for myself and more effectively express my opinions. And I have definitely made progress in regards to my maturity. I need to provide a special shout out to my parents. Thank you for everything you do for me, especially separating just so I can continue going around. Thank you also to Ms. Johnson, Ms. Gerber, Ms. Cheney, Ms. Logan, and the new addition, Mr. March, for being great teachers. The Student Project Award goes to Ms. Johnson. The Ed Project cracked us up. Ms. Gerber put up with our classes' mischief for 2 years and somehow kept her sanity. Ms. Cheney dealt with us as a teacher and an advisor, but still hasn't quit. Ms. Logan was my advisor and gracefully endured our childish antics. Lastly, Mr. March came into a new environment but made it feel like a seamless transition. I am saddened to leave my friends that have been my second family for nearly half my life. Hopefully this won't be the end for the class of 2019. But until our paths cross again, I wish for you good luck in high school and beyond. And even though Mr. Post can't be here, rest in peace, Chair.
The class of 2019 may be graduating today, but we are definitely going to leave a mark on Brown for years to come.
For this year's 8th grade gift, the class of 2019 will donate exterior signage for some of our buildings on campus. We raised the money through the used uniform sale and basketball concession stand this year.
Also, we created a collage of photos from our time at Brown. We have changed so much. Our collage will hang in the middle school alongside the collages from previous years.
Finally, 2019 marks the 5th year that the graduating 8th grade class has participated in Brown's annual fund. As a class, we donated $424 to the annual fund. We hope that this tradition continues for the class of 2020 and beyond. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home.
Suppose
Named after the founder of Brown Academy, the Marion Brown Award is the highest honor presented to a student graduating from the school, and it is currently the only award that is represented today at the commencement ceremony. The Marion Brown Award is merited by the student who best exemplifies the core values of Brown Academy as determined by a vote of the middle school faculty. The student recognized this year is a warm, caring individual who treats each and every one of his teachers and classmates with the utmost respect. He possesses a strong moral compass and a maturity that well exceeds his age. His classmates named him most likely to become President of the United States. He is a lifer who loves school, learning, and especially Brown Academy. This year's recipient has a bright future ahead, and we are proud to call him one of our own. This year, I'm especially proud to present the highest award given by Brown Academy to Andrew Lazarski.
Good morning, Mrs. Odie, Mr. Brooks, faculty, parents, families, guests, and the class of 2019. It is an honor to welcome you all here for this special day. Brewing class of 2019, we are thrilled to be with you here today. Congratulations. Graduates, today is a special day for you to reflect on all that you have accomplished during your time here at Brown. You did that very well this morning, by the way. If this year is any indication of the things that you have done throughout your whole time here, I believe you have accomplished a lot. Think of all the fantastic things you did this year alone. The books you have read and analyzed in English, papers, stories, and poetry you've written, tests you have taken. Think about all of your hard work with We the People, the research, the writing, the rewriting, the practice, the preparation, the public speaking. Think about the challenges you struggled through in science, the ice chest challenge, the homeostasis challenge, the s'mores cook challenge. You always came up with something to showcase your learning, as well as a stronger and deeper understanding of the content. Think about all the math challenges you worked through together and how you helped each other find better ways to solve them. Think about all of your hard work with Capstone and the skills you can take away with you to high school from that experience. And these are simply your accomplishments in the classroom. Each of you has grown tremendously personally through your other non-academic experiences too. Through athletics, championships, wins, and losses, through years at Brown campus, through your personal reflections and tireless work on your high school applications. Congratulations on surviving that, by the way. Through our service work together both on campus and off, through your enrichment classes, and finally our trip to Boston. You have accomplished much in such a short time. We are so proud of all of you. You have grown this year in every way imaginable. Today is also a day for you to reflect on all that you have ahead of you. Yes, beyond summer vacation, when you have 4 exciting high school years coming up. Beyond even that, college, life, and every other adventure that you can snag. Your life beyond Brown is a blank slate. It's time for you to fill in those blanks, and that is exciting. For families and parents, here we are, we made it. I feel like we did this together, we kind of had to. Right now it feels like the year was incredibly short, like right here in this moment. But while we were in it, it felt like it was never ending. The high school applications, the interviews, shadow visits, deadlines for this and that, testing, homework, studying, dances, performances. We have been through a lot together this year. We've laughed together, we've complained together, and now you have high schoolers, and you get to do this some more, so good luck to you. Graduates, today I have some words of wisdom for you. I'll try to keep it short, but I have 3 small instructions. First, be curious. You are all going off to extraordinary schools and you will lead exceptional lives. You will have every resource and every opportunity to learn about how the world works, how other cultures live, how to make things, how to build things, what drives community beliefs, how to solve community and world crises, and so much more. Take this opportunity to learn, to really know and understand things. I know it's hard to be curious when you're under deadlines. Give yourself the chance to learn new things and to experience the unknown. Don't answer just the questions that are asked. Look for tangential facts and all those things that relate to the original question. Think of this kind of curiosity as a Wikipedia page. Go ahead and follow all the related links in the text and at the bottom so you really understand everything about that page. Read about the things you are unfamiliar with and those things that you are interested in. Don't let deadlines kill your curiosity. Work outside of the rubrics. Be creative. But you still need to get stuff in on time. That's the hard part. Second, be bold. Mostly this means leaving your comfort zone. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's the only way to be bold. Remember these words at freshman orientation or at lunch during your first week of school, or when you try out for a team or club and you don't know anyone. Be bold. New experiences will make you uncomfortable, but that is good. That means you're growing, expanding your frame of knowledge, and getting better. Be bold. Don't be afraid to learn. Let me explain what I mean by that. Too many kids are afraid to fail, so they don't embrace the learning part of school, focusing too much on getting the A or having the top score, rather than really digging in to understand what you're learning. Be bold enough to learn. Be bold enough to make mistakes and learn from them. Don't wait for things to happen. Be bold and go make things happen. If you want to join a team, a club, or a sport, go for it. Don't wait for your friends to go with you or until you're invited. Don't wait to be recognized by others as someone who might want to do something. Ask for the opportunity and volunteer to do those things that you want to try. And try those things. Try new things. Get better at the things you already know how to do. Do things boldly. Be bold by being yourself. Each one of you has unique and special gifts and talents, and you should be proud to showcase them. Take your time in high school to discover those talents, to hone those talents, to find your true self and show it off to the world. Your true self is much more interesting than an imitation of any other kid. Be bold by putting down your phone. Make personal connections, have conversations with people, make eye contact. You'll thank me later. Finally, be leaders. When I first met you last year, it was at the first annual 8th grade leadership lunch before school started. I told you then that as 8th graders at school, you set the tone. As the oldest in the building, everyone looks to you as a model for how to behave, for how to be. You are the leaders in the building, whether you want to be or not. Embrace it and use it for good. That's what I told you then, and I'm telling you the same thing now. As graduates, you still set the tone. Yes, you're going off to high school and you're going to be the youngest in the building. You don't have to be the oldest in the building to be leaders. You don't have to wait to be in college to be leaders. You don't have to wait to be adults to be leaders. Our world has inspiring examples of young leaders who have decided to take action because they feel strongly about an issue. I'm going to talk about 3 quick examples of teenagers who are leading. Greta Thunberg is a 16-year-old Swedish climate change activist who recognized the crisis and took action. Her protest began by her standing alone, holding signs in front of the Swedish Parliament building when she was 15. She is now a leading activist for combating climate change, helping to lead adults and legislators on the issue. Teenage survivors of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida, started a movement that culminated in a teenage rally on Capitol Hill known as March for Our Lives. Their activism has spawned new legislation that deals with gun control and has brought national and international attention to the issue of gun violence. Malala Yousafzai is a young activist for women's education and human rights. She came to prominence when she was 15, when she was shot for trying to go to school in rural Pakistan. Through her work from that day, she became a leader for peace, education, conflict resolution, and human rights, winning the Nobel Peace Prize when she was 17. Young people are leaders. I challenge you to be leaders. Be curious, be bold, be excellent. Thank you. It is a Brown Academy tradition to have board members with a student graduating to be able to present their diploma to their child. So at this time, I would invite the board members to join us by taking the doorway to the back ring, join us on the stage, so you can give your child's diploma. Sophie Ian Atkinson. Faisal Bassel Davis. Lana Wasim Davis. John Robert Dante Calendro. Kayla Ariana Charway. Belinda Jo Daniels Tomeo. Melinda Joy Daniels Teneo. Melanie Christine Dursko Dimitriou. Victoria Etheridge Ebon. Marvin Jalen Forbes. Karen Ashley Gardner. Aristotle Constantine Iwanu. Lloyd Emery Irvin III. Sarah Ruth Kalo. Andrew Joseph Lazarski. Michael Robert Lettieri. Timothy Alexander Liss. Zoe Linan North. Loden Caper Spencer. Tasneem David Selman. Olivia Mackenzie Short. Matthew Alfred James Trimble. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2019.
Your son did a great job.
He did.
Yeah, he really did.
Even with little sleep.